everybody doing? In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing CP Tone Finger Ease Guitar String Lubricant, otherwise known as Finger Ease. Now on this product, they advertise faster fret changes, reduced finger tenderness, and stops string talk, which is when you're changing positions, that sound. But you know, some people really like that sound. Alright, first let me start by saying this is not what I normally use as far as a string lubricant. I actually bought this a while ago. I used it like once or twice right when I got it, and I didn't really like it. So I just kind of set it aside. Honestly, I ran out of what I typically use, which is D'Addario XLR8 lubricant. But then I saw this sitting there and I thought, you know what, let me give this a fair chance. And so I've been using it for the last couple of weeks actually. And I will say this, it works, it lubricates the strings, it does make it easier to play. Another thing is, and this is just my own opinion, I think it smells pretty good. Strangely, it has kind of like a nice smell to it. In my opinion, you might hate it. And in comparison with the XLR8, which I normally use, this is a 0.4 finger ease, seems to sit on the string longer after you're done playing. And what I mean is, when I would use XLR8, I've said this before, but that's a really stupid name. When you use other brands of string lubricants, let's just say, they seem to dry up pretty fast, and this does not. So that's kind of a pro and a con. So the benefit is, once you're done playing, you don't really have to be as conscientious about wiping your strings down, at least for me, because the residue of the finger ease seems like it sits on the strings just a little bit longer when you're done playing. So that's a negative in the sense that it means that it has a heavier residue to begin with. So you're going to notice it sitting on the strings a little bit more than you would with other lubricants. Another downside is that it's a spray bottle, so you have to spray it across your fretboard basically, spray it over the strings, and inherently that design is kind of messy. And of course, when you spray it on the strings that are on the guitar, it's going to go past them, and most of it's actually going to end up on the fretboard wood rather than the string, because that's what's mostly there. Now that's a good thing or a bad thing depending on if that annoys you. It's good in the sense that as you play, it kind of churns it back up and it seems like it might give it a longer lifespan. And then another negative as far as being messy, although it's probably just because this is a really old can, but when I spray this one, it shoots back and sprays me in the face. And then another thing I want to quickly just touch on with this is that it says reduced finger tenderness. And this is an interesting point on the can here. It says, while not for application to hands, residue transfers from strings to fingers and conditions calluses, keeping them soft and smooth without snags. And in my experience of playing with using this stuff in the last few weeks, it definitely does soften your calluses, but I'm not sure that that's a good thing. I think I'd rather have more snags than have like soft calluses. And now of course the heater's on, because even though I moved to Oklahoma to avoid winter, it's been like 20 degrees lately still, and the heat's running a lot. So anyway, now that I've been using Finger Ease regularly for several weeks straight, would I buy it again? Well, the answer is probably not. For one thing, it's kind of a large can, although that means there's a lot of product in here. I don't feel like this is about to run out anytime soon. It probably will last longer than something like the D'Addario lubricant. But I'm not the biggest fan of the messy type of application that you have to do. And while it is nice that you don't have to wipe your guitar down as religiously after you're done playing because of the residue, I'm still not a big fan of the heavier residue that this causes. But that being said, I don't dislike this product at all. I think depending on what you're looking for, I could see how this would easily be someone's preference for a string lubricant. And now I'm just going to briefly show you how to apply it according to what they tell you and then what I do personally. So here we have my guitar propped up on my bed here. And what you're supposed to do is basically, see what I mean? Just shoots randomly. Gotta pinch this just right. And then spray it across the fretboard. And then like I said, because it's a little messy, I like to kind of just give it a slight wipe. That way you take off the excess. It also tells you to spray the back of the neck lightly and then polish. Makes palm slide smoothly over the neck. Allow a few moments for drying, then enjoy. On lower priced instruments, test for finish or plastic damage in a hidden area. So since I've done it before, and since this is a nitro finish, I'll give it one little bit on the back of the neck. I don't normally do that because I can't really tell the difference once I wipe it down. And I don't know if you'd consider it polishing if I'm using a paper towel, but same idea. So there you go. I think that this is definitely a good product. I mean, the reason that I even knew about this in the first place was because my guitar teacher always used to use it, so I have to respect that. And while it may not be my personal favorite, I would not be at all disappointed if this was the only product on the market for a string lubricant. It does work, it smells good, you know, it's a good product. As always, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to share it and subscribe, and I will see you next time.